I got a letter from the United States government this past week, and I was thrilled. I felt really special. Then I felt even more special when I noticed it was from the Internal Revenue Service. And I had a fantasy of what this was going to look like as I was slitting the envelope and hauling it out. I had this script in my head of what that letter was going to say. Dear Mr. Jesk, it would say, we are so honored to have you in our country. You gave us way too much money back in April, and we'd like you to have some of it back because we know you've been squeezed a little in this tough economy, and you should take your family someplace special. And then a check would drop out. You know, remembering back in the day when you're a kid and you always get a tax refund, and I just had this fantasy that a check would drop out, and I would say, guys, look, let's go to Disney World. Only this was the letter, and it said, looked like this, official stationery of the IRS, why we are sending you this notice. We are writing to you because there is an error on your 2008 federal income tax return. We will explain why we made the change and what you need to do. This is not starting well, is it? And then they go on and on. There's a bunch of bullet points here. We didn't allow part or all of your child tax credit on line 52. One or more of your children exceeds the age limitation. Age limitation? Hello, they eat more when they're big. They still take up a bed. They still bunk, more or less. They still, they're more expensive when they're big. Now their school gets expensive. For Pete's sake, you don't outgrow, if they're still living at home, you don't outgrow your capacity to deserve a break from your government and raise the kids. For Pete's sake, children have exceeded the age limitation. Give me a break. Oh, and then there's more and more. We changed line 44. Entries on your return indicate you should have used Schedule E tax worksheet for qualified dividends and capital gains tax. Oh, boy. So I went to the bottom line. Enclosed payment, and the stub in the envelope provided, $680. Ouch. Mail it 21 days from the date of notice, essentially, or else. And I will admit that for about the next minute or so, I said some un-American things. And at that particular moment, that little snapshot right there, I was not proud at all to be an American. Well, get a grip, Marco, come on. Get a grip. There's a faint possibility it might actually be my error. I know, it's shocking. But it made me think, as we're heading towards the 4th of July, it made me think about my relationship to my country. And you know what? I think I'm a lot like you in that I feel like I'm entitled to everything and that somebody else should pay for everything in my life. We all have entitlement sickness, don't we? Hey, can you know anybody that doesn't? The fact that I can get in my car and jump on the freeway here and I don't have to stop till I'm in Los Angeles, like that concrete just sort of, all those roadbeds all self-graded, that concrete all self-poured, and it's all there for me, like where did that come from? It's like, I don't know. One of the characteristics of a child is that they don't worry about who takes care of stuff around them. They'll eat, in fact, you'll walk behind somebody and they'll crumple up the wrapper from their Big Mac or something and just throw it. Once it's away, someone else will do something with it. I don't think about it. Somebody else will take care of my life. Will pick up my litter. I was driving behind a car the other day, and all of a sudden, a soft drink cup just ejected out of the driver's window. And I was angry enough to ram him, like I was wishing I had a rocket launcher between the headlights of my car. You jerks! But that's how they were raised. Somebody else cleans up all the messes. Somebody else builds the roads. Somebody else defends takes care of the armed forces. Somebody should pay for those soldiers protecting our country, but not me. But it slowly dawned on me what a taker I am, and I am glad July 4 comes around once a year, because it's a reality therapy for me to stop being such a pig and to think a little bit more about what I can do to pick up my share of the burden.